for another example, we can look at a survey that consists of asking people for their blood types, A, O, B, and AB, including whether they are positive or negative, where for this, we would have each of those blood types where each of them can then be positive or negative, where we can diagram out all of those options like so, where this is what's called a tree diagram. It's a nice way to show all the possibilities we can have for combinations of things, and just bear in mind the number of combinations here. It's something we'll be talking about again later when we get into counting rules, but that's one construction we can look at, where we have some other terminology that we can attach to this with things like sample spaces, where the sample space is the set of all possibilities that we can have for a given trial. Where in this case, a trial would mean a selection of a person from the survey. So for this, our sample space would consist of all possible blood types that we can have here. So that would be O positive, O negative, A positive, A negative, and then I'm a little short on space, but we're going to keep going down here. B positive, not A again, B negative, AB positive, and AB negative. That's our sample space. That's all the things that we could possibly get from a drawing of a blood type. And then from there, we can think about things like outcomes and events, where an outcome is just one thing that can happen. Like that if we pull me out from the survey, if I was in that survey, my blood type's O positive. And then from that, we can talk about an event, where an event is just a selection of potential outcomes that you might be interested in describing in terms of a probability, where if you're talking about that kind of situation, what you're performing is a probability experiment. And that idea, that concept of a probability experiment being tied to an event, is what we're going to be spending a lot of time on this chapter, and it's what we're going to be seeing a bit more detail next.